Man, what's up? What's happening, everybody? You already know who it is, what it is. It's your boy Nephew Gilden. If it's your first time tuning in, it's Beyond the Game, where we give you that sports raw and uncut. But before we get into the proceedings tonight, let me go and introduce my guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let Ralph introduce himself. Go introduce yourself one time for the one time, Ralph.
What's up, world? What's up? Let's get to it.
He looked like he got a whole bunch he won't get into. And then we got my guy down below, Stand by Juwan, aka the Hood Love Me Baby, Hot Dog. Go introduce yourself, Hot Dog.
I ain't even paying attention.
You know what it is, man. I stand by Juwan Howard. Screw Wisconsin. Let's get it, man.
Hey, stand with Juwan, screw Wisconsin, what the boys said. Well, I'm sorry, what the man said. And then we got 2022 Super Bowl champ, LA Rams, our Ram ambassador, Big Brew Daniel, aka Smith Mello in the building. Go introduce yourself one time, real quick.
Hey man, y'all know who it is. It's good to see you, Ralph. Man, it's been a minute.
Man, that's what I was gonna say to you. It must feel good to be a champion, man.
It's all right. You'll know one of these days, maybe. I don't know.
It's been a couple years.
But before we get into the show, one of our guys got a birthday tomorrow. We want to send a special shout out to Ike, who just joined in real quick. Happy early birthday to you, Ike.
Guy.
Big 42.
Big
You don't even look like it, bro. You don't
Big
even
42,
look like
yo.
it.
And look younger than most of these people out there.
That's a fact.
Facts, bro. Facts. So just wanted my guy Ike to hop on here. Everybody give Ike a shout out.
You see the name?
Yes, I see it, brother.
Hey, Ralph, you definitely should be paid up by now, believing in that bum number 4.
I know. We all make mistakes in life, man.
That was your mistake in life.
That was my one mistake.
That was definitely his mistake in life.
I know. I
believing in that guy. That's my quarterback, and I don't even believe in that guy.
My big 42, man.
You
Hey,
man, this is a family show.
My
God.
God.
No more,
Hey, families drink.
This is a family show.
A family that drinks together stays together.
Man, he drinking that devil's pee on the air.
That's a fact, hot dog.
Nah, man, tequila's where it's at.
Bro, that is the devil's pee if I ever saw it.
Derek said Ike went vegan, and now he looks 33 years old.
Hey, but for real, if I shave my beard off, man, I look like a kid.
You probably would, for real.
I know. I know how that is.
About 22, 23. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on here and take a birthday shot, man. I wish I had something to take a shot with you, my guy, but I'll take one with you later on.
We always take shots together.
Y'all already back from Miami?
Nah, he ain't went yet.
We leave on Thursday.
Okay, this week.
Yeah,
okay.
we leave Thursday.
Man, I was supposed to be there, man.
He was in,
no, man. Ralph, you supposed to be here.
Don't even talk about it, bro.
So, in case for those who are tuning in right now, Ike is getting married soon. He's having his bachelor party down in Miami this upcoming weekend. So, it's got to go down.
I know it's going to be lit.
I'm going to just leave it at that.
Be lit, man.
Ralph.
What's up, bro?
It ain't too late, man. Book your flight.
Man, nah, it's over, bro.
Book your flight.
We'll talk off camera, bro.
Yeah,
it's over, man. But yeah, let's get into some of these topics real quick, man. Let's talk about the NBA All-Star Weekend that just happened. You had the slam dunk contest, which a lot of people were not in favor of. You had the All-Star game yesterday, which had its ups and downs, and of course the 3-point contest where you had a big man actually win it. So, anyways, I'm gonna go around the horn. I can't wait to hear what Daniel got to say about this. What was your All-Star recap, and do you think the NBA should get rid of the slam dunk competition? Ike, go ahead, man, before you leave.
Slam dunk competition? Get it out of here, man. For real, man. That was the word. I seen better dunk contests in middle school.
Facts.
Right. I bet they had a better percentage of completion as well.
Man, it was so bad that it was actually funny, so it made it entertaining to me. Because every time they would, what's the one cat's name that kept trying to do the one dunk, but he couldn't even get up there, man.
Green, Jalen.
Yeah, Green. Hey, man. I was in tears, man.
He had a good thought, but he just couldn't execute it.
That's the issue.
Man, he was nowhere near
to executing
it. Now, The 3-point contest, I actually like that, man.
Yeah, I like the 3-point contest.
I mean,
yeah,
you had some good shooters out there. I mean, it came to you seen Cat had he hit the most in the
most points in the final round.
In the finals round, like
BBN.
It was big time. The All-Star game.
Nobody cared that he played for UK, Ralph. Nobody cares.
Steph Curry made the All-Star game fun to look at, though. You know.
Oh yeah, for
shooting
sure.
Shooting them threes and turning around and running.
Before it's halfway there.
Yeah, it wasn't even halfway.
Yes, Steph's built different, bro. He's definitely built different.
But I tell you this though, for real. I would get rid of the All-Star game completely. Just because of stuff like what happens with Chris Paul.
Yeah. So did he get hurt during the All-Star game?
I thought he got hurt during practice.
Well, he played 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I know he's out 6 to 8 weeks.
I think he got hurt beforehand. Yeah, I know. It's par for the course of him getting hurt around this time.
Yeah, but is it worth it? Like they got the number 1 team in the league right now, and now you lose your point guard for 6 to 8
I
weeks.
think the way they do the All-Star game is goofy. The first team to 163 wins.
Yeah, I don't like that. They shouldn't be scoring 163 points anyway.
Was what I was gonna say. I just feel like they don't.
And then also, you get a certain amount of points in a quarter, it's over with. I'm like, what's even the point? Yeah. It's about as goofy as the Pro Bowl. It's not as bad as the Pro Bowl, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
It should be the East versus the West. It should be 2 players picking players. It should be the East versus the West.
I actually like that portion of it.
I like it because when you go to the park, who is it? Okay, my squad versus your squad. Let me get him. So I like the you pick your own squad because if you pick a horrible squad, that's on you, bro. Like you got to take
the only thing about the All-Star game that I enjoyed was during the draft process that either guy really didn't want James Harden. That was comedy. I did enjoy that.
LeBron wanted James Harden, but he was just trying to make KD pick James Harden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What if they did this though? What if they took like the top 20 players in the East and the top 20 players in the West, and then you had to pick your team based off of those players that are in the East? Like LeBron would have had to pick his team based off the top 20 players that's in the East. He would have had to pick his 11 players to play with.
Ain't that kind of what they do now?
I think it'd be backwards, wouldn't it?
Switch back and forth, so you got East and West playing together.
Okay, just yo conference only. Okay, I got it.
Making it a friendly.
KD would pick from the East and LeBron would pick from the West.
Okay, I got that.
I said earlier in the group chat, I thought they should give them something to play for, like in baseball. Their All-Star game decides who gets home field advantage.
Some type of incentive to make them play defense and make it a decent game.
There's nothing going on for this. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
Daniel, what's your thoughts on All-Star Weekend and the slam dunk competition and the All-Star game?
All right, like I said before, I think the weekend itself, the festivities, I do like the celebrity game. People can show up, meet celebrities, stuff like that. Rising stars, it's always good to, get familiar with your new stars in the league. And I like the skills competition. The dunk contest, unless you have some guys, you got to start having some requirements. At least a 38-inch vertical, something. Because if you're going out there and your vertical's 32, 33 inches, most of the dunks you attempt, you're not going to be able to.
No.
So we don't even want to waste our time watching that. We over here sleep, trying to stay awake. Like I said, I almost went up there, but I'm glad I didn't go because it would have been a waste of my money. But so, like I said, I think they need to have some type of requirements just because you're turning something that was an NBA legacy to just some bull. You know what I mean? You already have the top stars don't even want to do it. Guys like LeBron never wanted to do it. My man in Memphis, like, you know what I mean? Because you're not paying them for real. So I don't like that.
That's
the All-Star game. I could do without it, but like I said, I could have done without the All-Star game for about 5 years. Pro Bowl, same thing. I don't think I've watched the Pro Bowl in 10 years.
Yeah.
So there's no defense. There's no dunks we haven't seen. So any in-game dunk that they let go, I don't even really care about. You know what I mean? They just out there playing. It's like watching an NBA wide pickup game. So, I mean, I think overall the weekend's better than the NFL's Pro Bowl weekend. But
absolutely.
Just because of what it is, like if you actually have the fan experience, but I'm cool without it, honestly.
Ralph, what's your thoughts, man, on All-Star Weekend and the slam dunk competition?
Pointless. Just purely pointless, man. Like I said, I think Hot Dog said, like baseball has a little bit of an incentive to make them kind of want to go out and play hard. And I just feel like if you're not going to play defense, what are we watching? You just passing the ball, just watching each other dunk. I mean, Steph did make it a little bit fun, by shooting the threes from all over the place and turning around and the ball still going in. So that made it a little bit fun. But other than that, I don't really like it at all, man. I haven't liked it for a long time. Just not much fun to me. Unless you actually there, you a fan, and you get to attend the parties, you get to attend the celebrity games, stuff like that. That would be fun. But other than that,
man, I love the game. Only thing I didn't like was the slam dunk competition. But for me, the slam dunk competition, like Daniel said, you pretty much have seen all of the dunks. So to me, it's not what dunk you do, it's how you do it. So if they was to say, okay, these are the dunks I'm going to do, but I'm going to put my twist to it, I think it would be cool. But you have these dudes who are trying to be too creative. And like Daniel said, you ain't got the vertical to be trying to pull off the stuff you're trying to pull off. So go in your bag, look at the stuff, look at the past NBA slam dunk competitions. Okay, that dunk worked, that dunk worked, that. So boom, I'm gonna do these dunks. I know I can do these dunks. Instead of trying to go out there and you dunking with Tim's on. I'm like, come on,
this guy about to F his ankle up.
Hey, you know what though? I don't expect nothing less from a guy that went to North Carolina. I don't expect nothing less.
You're right, Hot Dog.
Hey, but for real, you know what? It ain't about. To me, it wasn't about the dunk. What they got to do is they got to do something to make the big name players come out and do the dunk contest.
The only way that's gonna happen is if you throw up some money. That's what
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You got to do something to make them want to be a part of it.
Here's what I think here will be my perfect four for next year. It's my dream. I was thinking about this earlier. I'd love to see Donovan Mitchell do it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see John Morant do it.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards.
For sure.
And Zach LaVine, just because I think Zach LaVine's one of my favorite guys to ever do the slam dunk contest of all time, and he's still in his prime. If you could get those four in there, woo, bring it back. But these four bums they just had out there, get out of here with that, man. There wasn't
their prize to about $1 million though, Hot Dog. You're gonna have to because they not coming out there for no.
But maybe that's what they should do. Be like, all right, the winner gets to donate $1 million to their favorite charity or to their hometown. Something of that nature, but man, I'm telling you, those I don't know, but them four right there, man, that would just pop the screen off right there. Because I know Donovan can get up, and I know John Morant absolutely can. And Anthony Edwards was asked, why hasn't he done the slam dunk contest yet? And he came out and said, I'd rather dunk on somebody than do it for fun. So,
but I don't know. But just think if those four was in the dunk contest, how many more viewers they would have, how many more people would go to that city and try to get tickets to be in there to see it.
Oh, absolutely.
The NBA would make so much more money that they would have enough money to give a real nice prize.
It's just these dunk contests every year, they're getting less and less more spectacular people in the dunk contest every single year. Like, I think Obi Toppin was okay, but
you don't have no big names. You don't have no big names.
No, I agree 100%.
You got to have some big names in there.
Blame it on LeBron. It's his fault.
Why not? Blame everything else on him.
I love blaming everything on LeBron. It's the thing to do, but no, I'm with Daniel though. I think everything else in the All-Star Weekend wasn't too bad. The slam dunk contest was just horrible. But I mean, like I said, I think the All-Star game's goofy. The first team to 163 wins, and you get so many points per each quarter. I just think it's all goofy. My favorite play of the game, though I know Steph went off, was the alley-oop. I think it was Steph to John Morant, where John Morant
that was nice.
In midair turned around, did a 360 in the air, and dunked it in. I don't know if y'all remember that play or not. But that was just absolutely, and that's what got me thinking. Like, man, John Morant will be all right in the slam dunk contest.
Yeah.
I think Devin Booker's alley-oop was better. I forgot who threw him the lob. I don't know if y'all remember. I have to find the clip. But like Devin Booker, he got up there. I didn't even know he got ups like that. But he caught the lob.
Either.
Yeah.
But for me,
He came from
I know y'all don't
Kentucky.
like it. That's why he ain't won a ring yet. But for me, I actually like the NBA All-Star game and the rules that they have because you have so say the score you had to get 163. If I got 155, I gotta play defense now because I gotta try to stop.
They don't play defense until you get to 155,
and
though.
that's what I'm saying. They're gonna wait till the end of the game.
Who started that?
You know what? It was probably LeBron.
I'll
came up
I ask y'all this. Show me the All-Star game where they play defense from the tip-off to the end of the game.
But that's what makes it not fun to me. That's what makes me not want to watch it.
My point is, nobody has said it wasn't fun until recently. Jordan played this way. Magic, Isaiah Thomas, Charles, all the greats played the same way.
Back in the day, it wasn't like this.
A lot earlier.
Yeah, they would play defense.
They played defense a lot earlier then.
Yeah, for a whole fourth quarter.
Okay,
yeah, so I don't believe that.
So if we playing for the
now
fourth
it ain't
quarter,
to the
the first 3 quarters, we
minutes.
shouldn't have a problem with them, doing spectacular stuff, playing lackadaisical defense because it's always been the way, right? So then why
now it ain't to the last 2 minutes.
Right, exactly.
See, that's what the fourth quarter is for because it forces you to play the whole entire fourth quarter instead of trying to wait to the last 2 minutes to try to buckle down because now I got to stop this team from scoring 10 points to win this game. So now we got to buckle down on defense. So I actually like it because it forces y'all to play.
Because it's not really the best against the best to me if you're not giving your best. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of great players out there on the court just running around. You know what I'm saying? Running and jumping. It's not fun.
It's always been that way.
That just doesn't make it. Maybe the older I get,
it needs to go
less
back to the
entertaining.
East versus the West, and there needs to be an incentive.
I just don't like it, bro.
So the East versus West was way worse because you had one side that was more loaded than the other side. So the West kept beating the East by 15, 20 points. So they had to change it. And so here we are. So you want to go back to that hot dog where the East?
I'm just saying, but here's the thing though, Q. I believe that if there was an incentive, that margin will be a lot closer, if not different. And yeah, it might be back then, but I don't believe it's that way now. I believe the East is a lot more competitive now with the West than it was back when you were talking 5-10 years ago.
Okay, so we'll get the East
being
competitive.
The East would have been nasty against the West.
The East is better right now.
Yeah.
Okay, right, exactly.
Tatum,
you said it
Greek
right
freak.
now. But what about in 3 more years? Is the East still going to be better than the West?
But still, it should still be the East versus the West.
I mean, that's what it is.
That's what the All-Star game is supposed to be, not just a pickup game where two of the best players in the league.
It's the only
what it is,
that
dog.
do
That's
that.
what it is. It's a pickup game. So why are we trying to relegate it to be an East versus West when it's a pickup game?
But what I'm saying is I'm trying to give them a reason not to make it a glorified pickup game. Give them a reason to play. Give them a reason to make it interesting.
But see, it's not for you. It's for all of the fans. So they can't just relegate it to we want to do it this way.
So I'm not the only one on this show that even thinks it's boring. You're the only one on here that enjoyed it, Q. You're the only one that enjoyed this crap.
Y'all thinking of it from your standpoint. Think of it as a 12, 13, 14-year-old who's watching this. They want to see that stuff.
And that's what I just said, bro. I just said the older I get, the less I get fooled.
It's
so
not for us.
I'm not entertained, right? It must be.
It's not for us. We want to see a good competitive game.
Them kids ain't paying for them tickets. Us adults are. Forget them kids.
And you're right. And guess what? You're going to be paying for them tickets too.
I better be entertained.
F them kids.
Let them know.
Somebody said it's like Midnight Madness. I agree.
Hey, I agree too.
Man, Midnight Madness is lame. I don't know who goes to that. I don't care about Midnight Madness.
Louisville fans ain't had a reason to go to a Midnight Madness.
We ain't got no reason to go to nothing. Hey, we're going to shock the world tonight, though.
Who y'all play?
They play us tonight.
Some team in North Carolina.
They play us tonight.
That game's going
That's easy.
Man, listen.
That's going to be real. Nah, seriously, that game's going to be worse than the dunk contest.
Oh, it's going to be horrible. Oh, it's horrible.
As long as we win, I don't give a damn what the game looks
Louisville's
like.
Horrible. Oh, God. Louisville's horrible.
Well,
I ain't watching Louisville game all year.
I have to tune in because we don't have nothing for the next 3 days but college basketball.
You're right. That's it.
So y'all watching North Carolina play tonight? That's what I heard. Y'all watching?
Why not? Why not?
I'm not watching it.
Yeah, you all right.
Heck
fact,
no.
It's like a bedtime story. All right,
I'm not trying to go to sleep tonight. Tomorrow's my birthday. That's gonna put me to sleep,
facts,
bro.
Yeah,
it's gonna get you excited. This game right here tonight is gonna get you excited for your birthday.
My dog, 42 years old. That's crazy,
East
man.
versus West, there's a little more pride on the line.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
When was this pride y'all talking about? Like, I don't understand what All-Star games are y'all watching where there was more pride.
I don't know what you were watching when it was AI.
Exactly. Yeah, it just seemed like it was more competitive, man.
It was more
competitive.
competitive.
What you talking about?
When Kobe and Marbury was going back and forth,
When was it more competitive? In the fourth quarter, right? In the fourth quarter, right?
But at least it was a whole quarter. Now it's just the last minute,
like 20 seconds.
It's not the last
possession.
And on top of that, the way they have it now, it's the fourth quarter with no interruptions, no commercial breaks. So they got to play the whole entire way through. What?
Is LeBron in charge of this? Because you're defending it too much.
I think that's why he's defending it. I really do.
The reason why is because we went to the me, Chris Jones. We went to the what was that
says it all right there. Wait, that says it all right
there. It is. Chris Jones.
As soon as you said Chris Jones's name, that just said it all.
We went to I think it was the TBT tournament. I can't remember what that tournament was. They had a Fred Douglass, and this is where the NBA got that Elam rule from. It makes the games more competitive at the end. So you mean to tell me if we watch the East versus West, and the West is blowing out the East, y'all still gonna watch in the fourth quarter?
But who says it's gonna happen like that? Who says it's gonna happen?
We've seen the East come back.
You're assuming what's gonna happen.
Hold on, Ralph. I'm assuming, but that's why they changed the rules to begin with, because the West kept killing the East every single All-Star game.
I can't.
I already heard this today. I already heard all this today from Nick Wright. We got Quentin Wright on the show.
I'm trying to this mess. I'm trying to tell y'all this is good for the game of basketball.
This is terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
They got the same shaped head too.
I'm looking up right now because y'all swear to God, y'all claim the East and West was like.
We watched the East come back from down 20 in the All-Star game and win.
So how many times did that happen? How many times did that happen?
How many times did the West win by 20? Because you keep saying they keep blowing the East out. And
I ain't never seen the West blow out the East. Like I've seen the West win, but I've never seen them blow out the East like that.
Hold on, so we gonna go back.
Hold on.
So,
but I will give Q one thing. I watched it last night. My guy Nikolai Jokic didn't play the whole fourth quarter because he's terrible on defense, and Joel Embiid was cooking them. So they had to put Jared Allen back in the whole fourth quarter. He's better on defense to go up against Joel Embiid. So somebody was trying to play some sort of defense. Because Joel Embiid was on Team Durant, I believe. And I think Jared Allen and Jokic was on Team of LeBron.
Go ahead and get your point out. Look at him smiling. Look at him. Get your point out.
I'm just, y'all said when was the last time, in 2016, the West beat the East 196 to 173. Y'all want to see that? Y'all want to watch that?
Hey, they also only beat them by 10 points before that.
Okay, now while you looking at that, now tell me how many times the East beat the West in a 10-year range. Tell me.
Probably twice, probably 2 or 3 times.
Thank you.
That's not the argument, though. The argument was you
hit the nail right on the head, Ralph. Twice.
But it was still a competitive game. Just because they lost doesn't mean it's not competitive.
My point is, but Q,
that's
my point
the good
is,
thing, Q.
So if we play 10 times and you only beat me twice, that's competitive.
Yeah, if you beat me by 1 point each game that you win, yeah, it's a competitive game.
Y'all sit here and criticize LeBron James.
Look, I knew it was about LeBron. I knew it was about LeBron. I knew it was.
You called it, Ralph. You called it.
I knew it.
Well, y'all pick and choose. Y'all pick and choose.
Bro, you was defending this game the same way you defend LeBron. I knew it was about LeBron.
So,
hey,
Q, let me get this right.
Hey, excuse me, Quentin Wright. Can we change the topic, please?
Let me get this right.
There's been one blowout.
I know.
One blowout.
For like the last 20 years.
And that's why I said just because the West was winning doesn't mean it wasn't competitive, man.
So if we going back to the last 20 years, tell me how many times the East won.
It don't matter, bro.
I guarantee you it's 5 times. I guarantee you it's 5 times.
Hey, Q, you know why the East wasn't winning? Because LeBron was playing in the East.
Facts.
Okay. Neil,
Speak
y'all
on
said
it.
was okay, but y'all said it was competitive though, so it's okay then, right?
It was competitive, but you keep saying they wasn't winning. They wasn't winning because it was LeBron.
So y'all can watch the competitive game as long as one side loses.
Bro.
That's okay though, right?
Like
As long
Hot
as
Dog
one
said,
side-
next
as long as
subject,
one
bro.
side keeps
Hey,
losing,
can we
it's
please
okay.
change the subject? Please,
Yeah,
Quentin Wright, please
Hey.
change the subject.
Q is gonna go
I
to his
put it
grave
in
defending LeBron.
all the time.
No, I'm
Please
just trying to
change the
figure out
subject.
when
This
is
is
it
old.
okay to lose? Because y'all saying it's okay to lose as long as it's competitive, right? That's what y'all telling me, right?
At
Hey
least,
man, listen. Hey,
at least the game was
look.
competitive, man.
Bro, the Eastern
Eric,
Conference leads the all-time series, by the way.
hey, Eric Gerton.
That's because MJ played on the East.
I mean, I'm
Eric
just saying.
Gerton.
Look
Can
at
we
him.
change the subject?
Yeah, Eric
Nope.
Gerton.
Look at it. He's getting more. Look, he got more stuff to look up.
I'm just trying to figure y'all got to make it make sense. Like I'm trying to figure out when is it okay to lose or not. Like
No, I'm with you on that, Q. I don't agree on that part. I'm just saying I think if they gave it an
Oh, my
incentive
God.
to actually play, I think it'd be a lot more
Hey,
competitive.
y'all.
But they're out there playing, man. They
Hey,
terrible.
guess what?
I don't like
Here's another fun fact for the LeBron fans out there. Guess who's 5-0 in the All-Star games where he's been able to choose his team? LeBron James. I know Q
Hey,
loves
too bad he can't do that
he
for the
loves
Lakers.
everything about this. He loves
I
everything
Too
about
bad he
it.
can't do it for the
You
Lakers.
brought that up myself. I ain't had to bring that up.
Because you just want to celebrate LeBron as much as you can.
I ain't bring that up. Yeah, y'all
It's
brought that
almost
up.
over.
It's sad, bro. It's sad.
My
Y'all silly.
gotta pick a squad.
Jordan
Hey, y'all already
gave
talking
him a
about Juwan
hug.
Howard.
Jordan gave him a hug. Damn.
I'm just saying. So
He
I'm
gave
making
him
a mental
hug.
note. I'm making a mental note of this. As long as it's competitive, it's okay to lose. But
Facts.
we're gonna go on to the next topic. Juwan Howard got in a lot of, I would say, controversy over the weekend when he swiped, whatever you want to call it, assistant coach of the Wisconsin
He
Badgers. I
clawed
forgot
him.
his name.
He reminded everybody where he's from. That's what he did.
Oh, here you
So,
go.
I want to get you guys topic. I know you got to go. Ike, let me get your.
I ain't gotta go.
Oh, okay,
I ain't
my
gotta
bad.
go. Stick around.
Take
Okay.
another shot, bro.
So,
I'm ready
Ike,
to.
should Juwan Howard be fired over what he did this past weekend?
A lot of people gonna be mad when I say this.
Talk about it.
But yes.
Mm.
And the reason I say yes is, all right, him and the first guy, they get face to face.
The actual coach.
The guy, yeah, he touches him. Juwan got his finger in his face, but then when the other coach says something to him, when you are in that kind of position, you know, you are a leader. You can't lose your cool to the fact that you slapped somebody, and then now your players are out here fighting.
Domino effect.
That looks so bad on the program that I feel like Michigan has to let him go. Now, I'm not saying he won't get a job somewhere else, but it's not going to be no big school. Like I said, it's not going to be a big school. It's going to be some lame little school.
In Indiana.
Yeah, some school in Indiana. But they have, to me, they have to. We can't hear you, Q.
My bad. I had my mic mute. My bad. Ralph, what you think, man? Should Juwan Howard be fired?
I can't agree with Ike on this one. I think that there does need to be a big suspension if we want to go 5, 10, whatever amount of games you want to suspend them, maybe the rest of the season, going into next season. As far as losing his job, I'm not for sure. I don't know if you guys remember, somebody brought it up to me today. I think it was last year in the conference tournament. Him and the Maryland's coach got into the altercation. At that point, I don't know exactly what happened, but just focusing on this one here, I don't understand why Juwan Howard put his hands on the other coach. I will say that Juwan Howard does have a point. The Wisconsin coach did come up to Juwan Howard. He did actually put his hands on Juwan Howard. Juwan Howard didn't say anything. He was being kind of a sore loser and not wanting to shake hands all over a timeout. You can't get mad because your team is losing. I feel like Michigan has struggled this year, so there is a lot of frustration with Juwan Howard.
Hey, bro, it's just PTSD, man.
Yeah. And
hey,
so,
now for real, that's one of the reasons why I think he might get fired. He was already had to be in the hot. He was,
but it's only his second season though.
Yeah,
it's only his second season though.
Yeah, but they look so bad.
And the only other
He
thing
ain't on no hot seat.
Yeah, only other thing I'll say is I just don't understand that point. I don't understand him putting his hands on the other assistant coach, whoever he was, and the domino effect that it kind of caused with everybody being in an uproar. Fists started to be swung because what if he hit a kid? What if he hit one of the players? You know what I'm saying? It could have been a lot worse. Somebody could have got, you know what I'm saying, hurt. It could have been a way worse situation. So I don't think the man should be fired. I do think he should be suspended for a number of games. Man. If you want to say the rest of the season, then you can go with that. But Ralph, he doesn't deserve to be fired, though.
When it's your second season in,
yeah,
and you already do something like this,
yeah,
the program should just move on.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just 2 years in, Ike, and they did have a successful season.
2 years in, and you already did something like this.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But it ain't even 2 years in.
The coach did put his hands on him, though, Ike.
Then why didn't he put his hands on him?
I get that's why I said
he put his hands on somebody else that didn't have their hands up.
I understand that portion, but
but Ike, you don't know what he said to him.
You have to factor in that the coach started the whole thing by putting his hands on Juwan Howard.
And now that coach should be suspended for touching him. Now, but he slapped the man that had his hands down.
It made no sense, bro.
The man ain't.
But y'all don't know what he said to him though.
It don't matter what he said.
It don't
matter what he said.
I think he touched him too. He was one of the coaches that came in from the side that tried to break it up. But your coach touched me. Now you're touching me.
Absolutely.
You're trying to break the fight
Absolutely.
up.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
hold on. Let me jump in here real quick because I'm gonna get y'all thoughts on this. Michigan just suspended Juwan Howard for the remainder of the regular season.
Makes sense.
That's what I figured would happen.
Makes sense.
The right thing happened.
Hey, and they're probably gonna let him go before the next season starts.
That's a possibility.
What are you talking about?
That's a possibility, but I don't think so.
Let this man go for?
Yeah,
he's human, man. He made a mistake.
Yeah, he's only 2 years in. He don't deserve
it. Man.
Hot dog. Since we just got the news about Juwan Howard being suspended for the rest of the season, how do you feel about that, Hot Dog? Was it justifiable?
That's exactly what I thought would happen. A 5 to 6 game suspension. If it was 10, I would have been okay with that too. What he did was wrong. I know my little hashtag, but I am a Michigan guy. I love Juwan Howard. I love the hire, but he is a hothead. He is a hothead. He's like Ralph touched on. He got into it with Mark Turgeon last year against Maryland in the conference tournament. So he has a little bit of a history, but it's like he shouldn't have done that yesterday. I know you upset because they called the timeout. They shouldn't have done that. And now if he would have hit a kid, oh yeah, get him out of there. But he didn't hit a kid. He hit an assistant coach. I think the players made it. You got an uproar where everybody's getting all upset about. But no, the man shouldn't get fired. He made a mistake. We're human. We all make mistakes. It'll be all right.
But making mistakes, you have to still deal with the consequences of the
That's
things
true.
you do.
And he just got suspended.
And he is held to a higher standard as the head coach. So
that's what I'm saying.
I got you.
Have you ever seen a coach get suspended and then in the offseason get let go?
That's a fact.
It happens. He's probably gonna get let go.
He has a little more of a leniency due to the fact that he is Michigan royalty. So I don't believe, and that's what he said. He sparked the kids hitting the other kids, like Drew just said. I just do not think. But no, I don't think that he should get fired for real. I think what he's getting is just perfect, getting a suspension, no reason to get fired over this.
But just to play devil's advocate and go along with what Ike said, did he even deserve the job in the first place?
Who? Juwan Howard?
Juwan Howard.
He was considered a top NBA assistant at the time.
Yeah, he was.
He hadn't held a head position, so what made him so qualified?
Basically, the last 10 years of his career, he didn't really play.
But Ralph, you got to think about this. How else you gonna get that experience until you get that experience?
Man, nobody said none of this.
Got a chance at a smaller school.
Just asking the question.
Nobody said none of this when Patrick Ewing got the job at Georgetown.
I'm just asking the question. No comparison, just asking the question.
That's true. Daniel, man, what's your thoughts on the suspension now that we know is for the remainder of the season? What's your thoughts on it?
I think it was perfect. I figured he would get 5 games. The thing that I'm not excited about hearing this news is that Wisconsin's coach is not getting suspended.
Yeah, that's a problem.
They'll do it later because you know what people are going to say.
Problem.
People are going to say, of course, the black guy got suspended, but not the white guy, even though he started it.
That's a
so,
fact.
I mean, like I said,
good point, D.
Basketball, especially college basketball, is a traditional sport. I think that there's traditional rules. If you're up by double figures with a minute left, you don't call a timeout to try to, whatever he tried to do, score more points, get somebody else in to score points, whatever. That is an unwritten rule. Juwan Howard is probably one of the last of the old school culture guys because he was, played in the early 90s. So I can understand him being upset. But when you see them go to the handshake line, he's not rushing nobody or anything like that. He literally is taking his COVID mask down to make sure he can be heard. The dude grabs and kind of squeezes his arm like he's a player or something.
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, what the hell is going on too? You know what I mean? Then the other coaches come in and push him.
Yeah.
So he's getting touched. He ain't even touched nobody yet. And he didn't punch anybody. He tried to snatch that man's face off.
That's fake. Cloudy.
How childish can you be though to not shake hands after the game? Because
and that's what led to it is that he was hesitant in going into the handshake line. And you know what I'm saying? That's what kind of caused
that's
it.
Lame, though.
And sparked the Wisconsin coach to say something to him.
You a professional.
Absolutely.
Somebody said this the other day, yesterday, and I agreed. Rick Pitino and Coach Cal can't stand each other. After every game, both of them walk up to each other. Yeah. Even though it's fake, they give this handshake and they walk away.
Yeah, move on quickly.
But to that,
he could. What Juwan Howard should have done is he should have shook his hand, and then when he was at the podium, he should have said, that was a weak move that he did by calling the timeout.
I hate those unwritten rules that they have in sports sometimes.
Right.
They're just bogus, bro. You can't tell the other team when to call a timeout, when not to call a timeout.
We've seen Cal.
Come on, man.
Other coaches, don't think that there hasn't been. You can look it up. Cal's not shaking coach's hands. Coach K is not shaking coach's hands. It's happened plenty of times.
Yeah.
So wait. So I don't know if this is a meme or a fake picture or what, but I seen something where Coach Cal was in a referee's face the other day.
Yeah.
Was that professional?
No,
man.
But he didn't touch him. He didn't slap him.
He didn't touch him. Maybe a little saliva.
But was that professional?
But that's not
like that was about to headbutt each other.
I'm just wondering, they're touching each other. Is that professional?
That's not slapping. Hot dog, if I get in your face and we just face to face, the next day we can still be cool. But if I slap you, you're not gonna be cool with me the next day.
I don't. But you said the whole fake it, then go to the podium, whatever, man. I think Juwan was trying to tell him, "Hey, I didn't appreciate that timeout." And then, like I said, you don't know what the other coach said to Juwan Howard. We have no idea. But sometimes the emotions take the best of us.
But what could he possibly say to make him want to slap him?
I can think of a few things you could say to Juwan Howard.
Yeah, I can think of the only thing that he could get away with slapping him is if he said something racist. And I don't believe he did because he had some of his black players standing right there beside him. And they would have been mad.
There's stuff that you can say that is not racist to make you get slapped.
Nah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Not when you hold that kind of position.
Like Juwan, I'm gonna go mess with your wife after the game. You ain't gonna get slapped for that.
Bro, he did not say that. Let's not put words in that.
I'm just giving an example.
But Juwan Howard hasn't come out and said that anything was said like that. So let's not put words.
You don't know who's in his ear telling him what to say, what not to say.
Come on.
So before we
I stand by Juwan. Hashtag stand by Juwan.
Before we go on to the proceedings, this guy wants to give his take. So we got B Legend up in the build. B Legend.
Oh, let's hear what he got to say.
We just got the news.
Yeah, I want to hear what Legend got to say.
We just got the news that Juwan Howard is suspended for the remainder of the season. How do you feel about that? Was the suspension justified?
I mean, everybody should know. I'm surprised he didn't get fired. I mean, personally. Now, did it warrant him getting fired? Probably not. But I'm surprised he didn't get fired. I figured that they would, throw the book at him, because, let's call a spade a spade. You had a Big Ten program, one of the biggest programs in the country, and you black.
Man,
and
Donovan a trip, bro.
and you're black, and you put your hands on a white man.
Absolutely.
So for him only getting 5 games or spending by the end of the season, whatever, I thought I read he only got 5 games.
He got 5 games.
Yeah. So
Michigan season was over anyway.
I still think he's going to end up getting let go.
So the fact that he just got 5 games, I mean, that was kind of like that's shocking to me. I actually thought that he would, get more just because of those circumstances. Now let's just deal with the basics. For that man to go across all them people and try to rip his face off, something was said. Now I'm not gonna say it was racist. I'm not gonna even go there.
Yeah.
But something was said. That man did not act that way for no reason.
Thank you, legend. Thank you.
I don't care what nobody says.
Thank you.
I need to know what was said.
I mean, it could go to the other extreme too. He could be extremely frustrated because Michigan has had a very, very poor season coming off of what they did last year. Absolutely. It could be a number of things that went into that. Now, I don't think it's the cardinal rule, because he violated the cardinal rule that man just gonna come across and try to rip his face off. I don't think that was it at all. I think something was said, and that's the stuff that has not come out yet. And so at the end of the day, does it surprise me? Yeah, it does. It surprised me that all he got was 5 games.
He was Juwan Howard was just a sore loser, man.
That's a fact,
he was
bro.
mad because they was losing. And
that's a fact.
He used that timeout to make it even more than what it was. The team is sorry. He's looking horrible as a coach, and he's just mad, and he took it out on the white man.
Wait a minute, whoa. Why is he looking horrible as a coach? He's having one bad year?
Yeah. He's looking bad this year.
Bad.
Yeah, I mean
that program has been up here lately, and they have failed.
John Beilein had a couple of bad years at Michigan too.
Yeah,
it was up there. Everybody calm down.
It was up there last year. It ain't been consistent. It hasn't been consistent because he's only been there what, 2 years?
This is the second year. They had a lot of players. Had a couple players leave. He's having a rough year this year.
But I agree with you, Ike. I mean, it could be part of that he he just didn't like
the season.
he didn't like what was happening. But I still think that something was said. It could have been something like y'all suck. It could have been anything.
In that moment, legend, all them frustration, all that emotions running high. Sure. He say just the smallest thing, it could spark anything. Yeah. You're right, legend. I agree with you 100%.
I just don't think now. I refuse to believe. To the point that somebody made, I refuse to believe that it was racial. I just don't believe that.
I don't think so.
Because there was a number of black players that were right there.
Yeah.
And I think all hell would have broke loose if that was the case. So I just don't believe that.
He just told him he was the weakest out of the Fab Five, man.
Is that what he told him?
Yeah,
he wasn't though. Don't say that.
No, I'm not saying.
But you're right, Ralph. You're right. I see what you're saying. You're right though.
But
hey, Jimmy Jackson was better than you, Juwan.
Well, it could have been, and to your point, Hot Dog, it could have been a whole bunch of, just frustration built up, and he could have had some racial stuff going on in his head. Like, man, I can't believe that these beep, it could be anything.
Because honestly, I can't believe that Wisconsin coach put his hands on Juwan Howard. Like, that took a little.
Yeah, that guy's
took
brave.
Some balls, bro.
Yeah, he don't know where Juwan's from. Like, that's for sure.
Man,
he from the hood now.
Yes, sir.
None of that matters. You know what Juwan showed me? When the man put his hands on him, he didn't do nothing.
He did,
but he reached over a group of people and slapped another guy who had his hands down. That was some coward shit, man.
I agree.
That was coward.
And I agree. That's why I think it was just.
Because if it was in the streets, Juwan would have beat all of them up. So
I know that. Have you ever seen Juwan fight?
Wait a minute. There's some highlights of him getting into it at Michigan. Like, that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. The man's got a history of being a hothead.
He's a big boy, man.
Fighting, not arguing. I'm talking about fighting.
No, I said fighting.
I'll say this. I can tell you where he's from in the streets he grew up from. He would have had to. He had to know how to fight. I can tell you that.
Oh, absolutely.
Man, I know a lot of people from Detroit that can't fight.
He's not from Detroit.
He's from Chicago.
He ain't from Detroit.
Yeah, he's from Chicago. Yeah,
Chicago. I know a lot of people from Chicago that can't fight.
Juwan ain't one of them. Man.
That's what
I'm gonna tell you straight up. He ain't one of them.
Nah, I think they got Juwan Howard confused out here. Don't let the light skin fool you, bro. They got him.
I'll tell you,
him and Penny.
I hear you, but don't get it twisted.
Don't.
Bro, Juwan would kill Penny in a fight.
No, I would, bro. You didn't understand what I said. Did you hear what Penny said about a month ago?
No, what?
About what Penny. We'll get to that a different day. But man, I want to talk about a topic that's been kind of going on in the Beyond the Game group chat, group page. I'm sorry, today. People have been talking about LeBron and Bronny playing together and the controversy that this is going to look at B.
I thought you was going to talk about that. You saw that.
You seen it? He seen it. He seen the goat.
You saw that legend walk out there last night.
The goat.
Oh yeah, you saw him.
You see the room stop? It was like the room stopped.
The room did stop.
That must have been when I fell. That's when I fell asleep when I seen that shit. Yeah.
I know you did.
I went to sleep when I seen that. But anyway,
you a hater, man.
I all day, every day. I can admit my haterism. But anyways, there's been a lot going on about LeBron and playing with Bronny. You know, when Bronny does decide to come out and come pro, which to me, I think it's going to be a while. But anyways, is it a genius move for LeBron to do this for Bronny, or is he putting too much pressure on LeBron James Jr.? Ralph, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
I mean, I look at it as he's a dad who wants to play with his son. That's it. That's all. As far as pressure, I mean, I think LeBron James Jr. has had pressure since day one, bro. Your dad is probably one of the best players ever. You know what I'm saying? He's not Jordan, but he's right there behind Jordan. You know, so those expectations alone, man, and what your dad has accomplished in the NBA, man, the all-time leading scorer, man, just everything that LeBron has done, you know what I'm saying, going to 8 straight NBA finals, you know what I'm saying, something that'll never be done again. You talk about pressure, that's something that you will never live up to. So I think he's had pressure since day one, but I think more or less LeBron just loves his son and he just wants to play. He wants to play with his son, and I would love to see him to get a chance to play with his son. So I hope that it happens. I don't know if it'll happen, but as far as pressure, that kid has had pressure since he came out the womb, man.
I'm gonna go real quick, then I want Daniel to get his take. For me, I think it's putting immense pressure on Bronny, because what if Bronny doesn't turn out to be that kid that goes pro? So LeBron has put all of this out there of, man, I want to play with my son. I want to play with my son. And yeah, a team is going to do LeBron a solid and draft a kid. I bring the kid in a free agency camp or whatever the case may be. But what if he's just not that good to make an NBA roster? You know what I'm saying? So that's putting a lot of pressure.
Then it's all a flop, right?
That's putting a lot of pressure on Bronny Jr. to even get to the league to be able to play with his dad. Like, we don't know what he's going to be. Like right now, for me personally, I think he's a mid-major type of kid. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's a lot of pressure to be putting on him to go pro just so he can play with his pops. Daniel, what's your thoughts, man?
When LeBron does something, it's always calculated. So I think it's more than I just want to play with my son. I think it's trying to get him into the league, because right now he's starting to look more like Zaire Wade. He's not his daddy. I mean, it just is what it is.
It is what it is.
He's one of the top college recruits. I don't know where he'll go. I thought it would have been Duke, but Coach K's gone, so I doubt LeBron would want him to go there. But I don't think he's putting pressure on him, because I think he, like Ralph said, I think he always had pressure. I mean, you chose to play basketball and your daddy's a top 3 player of all time, top 4, whatever. So, I mean, to me, I agree with Q. I think he's smaller D1, mid-major maybe, or maybe somewhere like Virginia, somewhere, you know, not a household name where you like Duke, UK. I think he's one of them type of talents. But to me, honestly, where he ends up depends on how tall he gets. Right now, he's 6'2". If he gets to 6'5", 6'6", I think he makes it. I think he honestly makes it into the league. Probably not no lottery pick. Now, will he be a lottery pick because of LeBron? Possibly. Somebody might.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody might want 40, 41-year-old LeBron. I wouldn't, as you see, he'll play, but he can't carry a team right now at 37. So we can only imagine he's only going to average about 20 points at 41. So I think he will be in the league. I don't think it's a genius by LeBron. I think it's more of a make sure I'm still playing in the league at 41. You know what I mean? I'm not hoping could be trash, but I can't see him being no better than MJ was at 40, 41. I don't see LeBron scoring 53.
That's a negative.
But see, I get what Ralph and I get what Daniel's saying is that it's genius to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, to try to get his son drafted. But LeBron can only say so much. His kid has got to be worthy of a roster spot.
No, Q, I disagree wholeheartedly. I believe that LeBron just guaranteed that Bronny will get drafted.
It was guaranteed because his last name was James.
Go ahead.
I think it's even more guaranteed now.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Well, I just think that I agree with both sides. I agree, Q, that's put a lot of pressure on this kid. It's like, oh man, now I got to live up to this hype. I got to get drafted so me and my dad can play together. But at the same time, it's like, are you even good enough to play in the NBA? Because it's like y'all say he's mid-major talent, okay? But I believe that he's going to get recruited by the top college because him being on a team is going to make those other top recruits come play with him to get that attention to that university. Like you said, now he might not go to Duke or he might go to UK now because like all those other top recruits, like, oh man, Bronny's playing there. LeBron's going to be in the house. These other NBA stars are going to be in the house watching him play. So I would like to go play with Bronny so I get that attention as well. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's like y'all said, LeBron, what he does is everything is calculated. But, I mean, did they make this big of a deal when Ken Griffey Jr. played with his dad for a year in Seattle when he got drafted?
It was a big thing, bro. It was a little bit before our time, but that was a big thing.
I was going to say, Chuck
I'm more or less asking Legend because he's a little older. He would remember better than most of us. Or Ike.
It's okay.
They was both born around the same time, so they remember what it was like.
I'm asking for real. Did they make that big of a deal about that?
Legend got me by a few years.
Man, what you mean, man? I'm only 38. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, all right.
and the only thing I would say about the Griffey situation is Ken Griffey Jr., Ken Griffey Sr. wasn't as big as LeBron James is in the NBA, bro. We're talking about the second best player ever to play in the NBA.
I didn't say he was as big. I was just saying like the whole father-son thing, playing on the same team, because that doesn't happen every 5 years. That happens every so often.
Before I let Legend go, and then to piggyback off the kid, they ended up having home runs in the same damn game.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
They're almost back. If I'm not mistaken, it was back
to back.
Yeah, back to back at back.
Crazy.
Hey, before Legend goes, Legend's 38 with a 48-year-old face.
Dang.
Man, you know, I ain't gonna even speak on that. I could speak on that and say some things, but we on TV, man. Trust in me.
Oh, damn.
Hey, Legend, what's your thoughts, man? Is Bronny a genius for this, or is he putting too much pressure on his son?
I mean, I agree with what Daniel said. I mean, you know, everything LeBron does is a calculated step. But I also think there's a little bit of they say genius. I'm not gonna say genius. I'm just gonna say it's a smart move, right? I mean, it's like he's trying to guarantee what? He's trying to guarantee Bronny is going to be in the league, and he's also trying to guarantee that he's going to be in the league too.
For sure.
Now, he's not going to make, you know, the money that he's making now. That's why he came out and said he'll take a pay cut, et cetera, et cetera. So that's real. He's not going to make that type of money at 40, 41 years old, but he's going to guarantee that his kid is in the league. Now, the one thing that a lot of people aren't talking about is let's go back to the GOAT, and that, which is Michael Jordan.
Absolutely.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
You know, when his two kids, you know, came out and were trying to play, well, you know, Marcus wasn't really that good. I mean, he was okay
at all,
but he wasn't. He just wasn't able to cut it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I see LeBron. I see Bronny at UK. I see him here.
I like it.
I think
I like it.
I see him here. They're gonna do him a solid. Now, does he come out? Is he a 1 year, 2 year player? All that's going to be predicated on, you know, how he does, how he plays, how he grows. I mean, dude, if he's 6'2", I mean, come on, man. I mean, you know, that's about a wrap if he's 6'2". I mean, he's got to be a dominant force to be 6'2", talking about going into the league, as a lottery pick. Now, the other side to it is, and I think Danny made this point earlier. I mean, dude, like, I could see it if LeBron was 37, 35, 38. I mean, Bron would be 40, 41.
Right.
So what are your true expectations? Like, what is he gonna bring to the team at 40, 41? This ain't football with Tom Brady and stuff. This is, this is a different magnitude. Now, again, LeBron has defied Father Time, and he's still doing what he's doing. I mean, maybe he's gonna be still dropping 25 at 41.
I got that answer, Legend.
I have no idea. What is that answer, all right?
That answer is ticket sales.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't even get there. I mean, and that's what it is. Somebody's going to, and that's why the smart part comes in, because some team is going to look at it and say, okay, I know that LeBron can't do what he used to do, but because that's LeBron and because that's his son and his history and him being an all-time scorer, et cetera, some team's going to take him and take Bronny, and ticket sales for that whole year going to be sky high. And everybody's going to watch it. It's going to be the farewell tour for LeBron, and everybody's going to make all this money. But you got to ask yourself, as a team owner, am I going to take that chance and draft LeBron James Jr. and he does not materialize and I wasted that pick when I could have drafted somebody that's better? Let's also talk about the fact that when LeBron James Jr. hits that floor, they're gonna come at him just like they came at Lonzo Ball. They're gonna try to tear him apart just because of who he is. Mm-hmm. And he ain't gonna get no slack because his daddy out there. They're gonna try to dominate him too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I got the perfect team for you. The owner will do it. Yes, the Orlando Magic. They got nothing to
listen. Not even just that. Just think if you have the last pick in the draft.
Exactly.
And you say, I'm not really gonna get nothing out of this pick anyway. Absolutely. And Bronny's still there. I'll take Bronny. We'll get LeBron
at a minimum contract.
A whole lot of tickets.
Hey, honestly, anything after the 15th pick is really the top 15 players in the NBA draft produce.
Lucky but y'all got to keep in mind though. I mean, let's just be realistic about it. Everything you said is correct, but the reality to that is what? Them teams ain't gonna let that happen. There's no way that Bronny's gonna go that low. Whether it makes logical sense to us or not, he ain't going.
I know he's not. Yeah. I think, man, you look at some of these small market teams.
Absolutely. OKC.
You look at some of these small market.
That's why he said Pressey's name.
Look at my Pacers.
The owner, he said in his little speech, he said Pressey's name for a reason.
Look at my Pacers.
Yeah.
You look at some of these small market teams and you say, okay, if we draft Bronny, we'll get LeBron. It's going to sell a lot of tickets. We're going to make some money. People are going to watch us. They're going to show us on TV. Because Bronny and Bron playing together, it's going to be the biggest talk. And they're going to be on TV every single time they play. They're going to be showing.
True.
That right there draws enough attention to one of these small market teams. But then you got to think some of the bigger markets are going to be looking at that thinking, well, what if we do it and grab him and draw some more attention to us, and we're a big market team, so other big time free agents might want to come play with us too. I think it's genius. As a father, that was a genius move.
Oh yeah.
Just like like LeVar Ball, when he was going through all of that about his sons, he got all three of them to an NBA team. Even though LiAngelo didn't pan out, but he got him to an NBA team. Just about all the talk. He built him up so much that all the talk was there, and somebody was like, I'm gonna take a chance because people know who this guy is, and he's gonna draw views.
Who would you rather have, Lonzo or LaMelo?
LaMelo.
Lonzo or LaMelo.
Just because it's
future. But to me, it depends. It depends on what I have around me.
Hey, I want to put some respect on Marcus Jordan's name, though. He wasn't the weak one. It was Jeff Jordan that was weak.
Whichever one it was.
I mean, neither one was really.
That was my
I
point.
I get what you're saying though.
To the NBA, he averaged 15 points a game, but he took some money to Vegas, and they, it's when players couldn't have no money, and that's what ruined his NBA career. But
Who are you talking about, Daniel?
In college,
Jordan's son.
Jordan's son, and that's all I'm
was
saying.
That the lefty?
Whether it was Marcus or Jeff, or Jeffrey, the bottom line to it was that neither one of them were good enough to make it to the league, and they were under immense pressure. I don't think Bronny and those two are completely two different type of situations. I think Bronny is just so used to it at this point, it don't even bother him.
Right.
I mean, he's but Marcus and Jeffrey, that was a whole different dynamic back then.
Dude, I've never even heard of Jeffrey. I only heard of Marcus. I didn't know there was another son.
Because it was like, okay, if Jordan is this great,
yeah.
Imagine what he's teaching his. Imagine what he's teaching his kids. They there every day, so they've got to be. If not, of course they weren't gonna be like Jordan, but damn, they probably gonna be really damn good. And lo and behold, they at the wire right now.
I tell you, I would have. You know why I would have never thought that. See, Jordan was great, the greatest of all time, but Jordan didn't really make the people around him great, so he wasn't gonna make his sons great.
Lord.
Why you say that?
Exactly. Why you see how he said back? You see how Q
why?
said back? Nah, I say this though.
I'll be willing to go out here on a limb right now and tell you this, and nobody else is thinking. LeBron's middle son Bryce is going to be better than Bronny.
I think so. I do think so.
And he going to be taller than Bronny.
I think so.
Talking about his other? He has another son.
Yeah,
he has a younger son.
The second child is
his middle child.
Yeah.
I think Bryce is going to be better than Bronny.
I think so too. That's a good point.
I think Bryce will be better just because he's under the radar. Nobody's talking about him. Nobody. It's all Bronny. So it's like he gets to work on his game. He gets to fail without nobody even noticing he's failing to get better. So you might have a point with that one, Charles. That the younger brother
that's the same thing with the ball, brother.
Bronny's a shooter though, man. Hey, he can shoot that ball, bro.
Hey,
if you can shoot the ball, you always got a spot somewhere, man.
Sure, but he's small.
One of y'all said if he happens to grow to 6'5", if he gets to 6'5", ain't no telling how he's gonna end up.
That's true too. That's true.
Just like Ralph just said, he's already a good shooter.
But he's a good shooter.
But I don't think he's done growing because he's only a junior, right, in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think he's done growing yet.
Right, and he probably not. But that's the thing. If he doesn't grow, if say he gets 6'3", even if he's 6'4", I mean, think about it. How many 6'4"? How many?
Yeah, I know y'all. I said that, bro. How many 6'3", 6'4" athletic guys are playing basketball, in college or whatever? There's a million.
Hey, wait a second, legend. Wait a second. Let me answer that question. I never said that he didn't make players better.
Hold on, Ike. This question comes from Quintel Robinson. Well, Q. He said, "How come Jordan didn't make players around him better?" Y'all tripping? Go ahead, Ike.
I didn't say that he didn't make players better. I said he didn't make players great.
Look at me,
great. I didn't say he didn't make them better.
I don't know. Scottie Pippen was pretty great when Michael was around.
Did he make Scottie Pippen great?
Yeah.
He made him great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, here we go.
Yeah.
Q, shut your camera down.
If he would have went to the Pacers and been what he was, I'm gonna let you go ahead and celebrate your birthday early.
Yeah, for real.
I'm with you, bro. Jordan ain't make nobody.
See, here we go.
Now you got cute Quentin Wright up in here.
Hey,
that's Quentin James. His name's Quentin James.
Put Andrew's thing up here.
Hold on. Let's see.
I'll say this to him. Steph Curry went to Davidson. That's another small school.
They bigger in Central Arkansas. I can tell you that.
But it's still a small school. Who made him better?
You're right.
Who made Steph better? Who made Steph great?
His daddy.
Steph.
Because I don't think Jordan I think Pippen was a great player.
He was.
Pippen was gonna be great. Pippen was gonna be great. Some players they just great. They was just gonna be great regardless.
But he was better when Mike was around.
Now wait a minute. Now Q, you just need to stop.
Well, I'm just saying, Scottie
Jordan was better when Pippen was around. So does that mean Pippen made Jordan great?
No.
The team.
Hey,
No,
Mike
yeah,
put up
whoa,
63 in the
whoa.
Garden, and Pippen wasn't even around.
See, here goes his.
I didn't say score. I said a great player.
Pippen made the team better. He didn't make Jordan better. You know what I'm saying?
But
I don't see.
But yeah, Pippen definitely added to the team. I agree on that. But he didn't make MJ
for
better.
sure.
But y'all not gonna disrespect.
But here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan didn't go out there and just win all those titles. He had to have Scottie Pippen.
Absolutely, it's a team sport.
You know, let's not get that twisted. So I'm not gonna go out here and say that Michael
LeBron ain't win nothing by himself.
LeBron ain't won nothing by himself.
Absolutely.
The teams have won it. Steph Curry ain't won nothing by himself.
Absolutely.
Nobody won nothing by themselves.
Shit.
But if you're gonna sit there and say that, but if you're gonna sit there and try to tell me that Scottie Pippen could carry that team without Michael and they win 6 championships,
ain't no way in hell.
That's
legend. Didn't Pippen have his chance?
He did. And he put his tail and he put his tail in between his legs.
Jordan had his chance without Pippen.
Hey, and he put his tail.
Are you still mad about
between
Reggie?
his legs and acting like a baby?
You still mad about Reggie Miller?
I think Jordan's the greatest player ever.
Okay.
I think he's the greatest player ever.
Confused.
But it kills me when people say that Pippen couldn't do nothing without Jordan because Jordan never did nothing.
I didn't say he couldn't do anything without him. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go on record.
You said he couldn't lead. You said he couldn't lead the team.
Okay, here's my
Jordan
question.
couldn't lead the team without
Pippen. Hold on. Here's my
because he had the traveling circus as his teammates. Man, you watched The Last Dance. He told you
he was playing with crackheads.
Exactly.
Hey, Ike.
Jordan so wait a second. So when they got Pippen, the crackheads was all the crackheads was gone.
A lot of those crackheads were gone. Yes.
All I'm asking you is this. Let's make this real simple. Jordan left twice. He left the Bulls twice. So Pippen had enough time to lead. And neither time did he lead them to anything. When he had the opportunity to really be a leader, he put his tail in between his legs, acted like a little girl, and then go into the game, and Tony Kukoc hit the shot.
Yeah, you said he left twice, but Pippen only played the first time that he left.
What do you mean? I think Pippen left with Jordan. I think
Pippen was with the Bulls until after the second time.
Yeah.
That he left. So Pippen's
That's
been there
what
the
I'm saying.
whole time.
Didn't he? They both left after the 98 year, right?
And you making my point. So he left. He went and played because he's younger. We know he's younger than Michael Jordan.
That's correct.
He played in Portland and he played in Chicago again. And he played in Houston.
I thought he went to Houston after the first time. Then he went to Portland.
Houston, Portland, that's right. Chicago again. So we know he's younger than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan averaged more points than Scottie Pippen ever did when he left the Bulls, when he played for the Wizards, when he was in his 40s. So Scottie Pippen is nothing without Michael Jordan. He never, his numbers never equated to what he was with the Bulls for no other team but the Bulls. When he had, when he was
Scott, but listen, Scottie also had like some horrible injuries too before he.
And that's not Jordan's fault, though.
I know it's not. I didn't say it was.
Listen, when he went to Portland, they had a squad.
Yeah, didn't they go to the Western Conference Finals, legend?
Yeah, and they went up against that man out there, the number 2
Mamba,
the second best player in the
Mamba.
league.
R.I.P. Kobe.
Wait a second though, because Kobe's the second greatest player.
Ain't no question.
He's the second greatest player in my opinion.
That ain't no question.
But
here's where the train stops. Y'all got me going. Now I gotta go for LeBron now.
But
I hate this shit.
Hey, legend. But I'll say this: when they was playing that team, at Portland team, when the Lakers was playing that Portland team, Scottie Pippen, Steve Smith, Bonzi Wells, whoever Kobe was guarding, they was putting him on that block and eating him up. They was going at him every single play.
But you also see them taking turns trying to guard Kobe, and he was breaking ankles.
For sure.
Y'all gotta stop this, man.
And that's probably one of the best teams.
Hey, Q's right. Portland's coach tricked that series because they had the Lakers.
They did.
Man, next topic.
Nah, the hell with the next topic.
Look, I got to say this.
Legend's gone.
LeBron James is a better player than Kobe Bryant. You got to stop it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, crazy.
I hate to do this, but I have to agree.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I love Kobe.
See,
I love Kobe to death. But I think
team
LeBron is a better player than Kobe
confused
was.
with individual players. LeBron is a better player than Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant had more success than LeBron James.
Yeah, because Kobe was a better winner, man. He got that killer instinct. LeBron ain't got that.
Okay, I'm cool with that. If you want to say that, that's cool. But what I'm saying is, player to player, LeBron is a better player.
LeBron is better. I have to. I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Down there, you right, man.
Well, no, he's not better than Kobe. What are y'all watching? We watching the same thing you watch. What's your
He's not better than Kobe.
Woo! See,
You want to see
this is a whole topic for a whole nother show.
Kobe has some nice passes. He's top. I think he's top 2 in assists among shooting guards, but he got paid to shoot. But anyway,
who are you talking about?
Kobe.
Oh,
Kobe,
yeah.
the second greatest player of all time. To me, it's Mike, Kobe, LeBron.
For sure.
Not for sure. But anyway.
I don't even know if Kobe's top 3.
Kobe's second. Kobe's second. LeBron,
in my opinion, in my humble opinion,
ship to catch Kobe.
In my humble opinion, Kobe is the second greatest Laker of all time.
That's a whole nother subject, though. We talking about top 3 players in the NBA.
I know,
history.
man. I got to put Magic
Kobe's
over
top
Kobe,
3.
though.
I don't know if Kobe's top 3,
Q
bro.
Robinson said, what can LeBron do better than Kobe?
I
challenge you, Q. Name me one thing Kobe can do better than LeBron without saying killer mentality.
Play defense. He played defense better.
Shoot, defense.
Wow. We're going to have this conversation right now.
I'm not even going to entertain it.
That's what I was going to say. We're about to have this conversation right now.
Hot Dog, because Hot Dog didn't really watch a lot of sports in the 90s. But
because he was 4.
I can't help I can't help that.
He was like 4 when Jordan won his last championship.
I was 9. I was 9.
But for Ralph, this is preposterous.
When was you,
bro?
All
right, we got
born in 90.
We're gonna have to.
LeBron shoots a better field goal percentage than Kobe. So
I was 8.
Y'all know I hate defending
ball defense. Nope, because LeBron James is second
on
in defensive player of the year voting. So nope, there's wrong with that. So the only thing, free throws. That's the only thing Kobe can do better than LeBron. I give y'all that. I give
Kobe played better defense.
Kobe was a better shooter, a better defender, better in free throws.
Hey, what's the next topic?
That's what I say. Let's go next. I ain't trying to
LeBron was a better passer.
Bro,
LeBron's a better passer just because Kobe wouldn't do it.
Bro,
if Kobe would do it, I bet he would be better than that at 2.
He probably would.
Q, next topic, man. Come on.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Q, let's go on, bro.
Q, man. Next
Q,
topic.
Just let them have it. Let's let them have their moment. It's cool.
I'll let them have their moment. I'll let them.
I can't agree, but
I'll let them.
So
let's
talk about none of the 3.
Let's talk about a little Brian Flores
from winning.
So Mike Tomlin brought Brian Flores onto his staff with Pittsburgh Steelers. It's sort of like a defensive consulting type of role for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but nonetheless, he's on the coaching staff for an NFL team. So, Daniel, what are your thoughts on Brian Flores going to the Steelers? What does this mean? What are your thoughts on this?
When I first saw it, I thought it made the most sense in the world because I feel like with the ongoing lawsuit going on versus the NFL and specific teams, I think that these might be the only people that would touch that man. Yeah. But I also like it because of the fit, because you got Minka Fitzpatrick, you got TJ Watt, and a few other players. I mean, one thing you can say about Miami, no matter how many games they were winning or losing, is that their defense was carrying them majority of the time.
Absolutely.
Tua had a solid season. He came to form a little bit mid-season this year. Last year, he was nothing. But I think that helps them defensively. I also think, now I know he understands he's not calling the plays, but I think it makes them more aggressive. Because Pittsburgh plays more of a base 4-3 front where they try to get pressure with just their D-line. I think if he has some say in the plays they call, I think they will blitz a little more and disguise their coverages. So I like it. I do think he should have had a head coaching job. like I told my partner when they interviewed him in New York, it's funny that all this came out. I told him way before the story broke, I think Brian Flores will be a good coach for the Giants. I said, I don't think New York will hire Brian Flores. Literally about a week and a half later, the story broke, the Bill Belichick, and then, so I predicted that. But yeah, I like to hire him and Tomlin. I don't know what'll happen. I don't know if he'll ever get another job. They might try to blackball him, but at least he'll probably get paid for it.
Yeah, Mike, Q.
My bad. So, Ralph, what's your thoughts on the Brian Flores hiring for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Bro, I absolutely love it, man. For somebody to do what he's doing right now and suing the NFL, I thought that man would never have a coaching job, head coaching, assistant, coordinator. I thought he would never have a coaching job in the NFL again. So I love it. I think it's something that kind of should have been done a long time ago, not just with Flores, just with Tomlin being kind of in the position that he's in. I think he just needs to be one of those guys that open up the door for other African-American coaches. So I like that portion also. But I'm also one of those people who always try to look at both sides. So I'm wondering if some way the NFL, I'm not saying they're working with the Steelers, anything with the Rooneys or anything like that, but I'm just wondering if maybe they're going to try to use Brian Flores getting a job with the Steelers to maybe ease the lawsuit that he currently has against the NFL. I don't know how that's going to work or if that's really a thing, but I'm just wondering if him getting that job, they're going to talk with the Steelers and try to get, maybe him to drop the suit. But I love him getting the job. I love it. I love it. I love it. And for him working under Tomlin, I think it'll be great.
For me, this is reverse nepotism. I hear what you're saying, Ralph, but to me, it's Mike Tomlin. Like, you know what? Come on, brother, we got you. Don't even worry about it. No, nobody else want to hire you. Come work with the Steelers. We got you. And to be honest, what Mike Tomlin is doing is what white NFL head coaches have been doing since the beginning of time, which is, oh, I know you. Well, come on to my coach staff. I'll find you a job. Don't worry about it. And I think that's pretty much what Mike Tomlin did. I don't think it was so much as the Pittsburgh Steelers doing this to show like, hey, we doing this for the Rooney Rule or anything like that. I think this was Mike Tomlin seeing a brother that was out here struggling, knew that he was not going to get a coaching position at all, and was like, let me throw you a bone. Let me help you out, bring you on our staff. So I think this is pretty much Mike Tomlin helping out, his fellow brother, man, and, getting him a job. But Daniel, what's your thoughts, man?
I mean, I agree with you. I think that they did just want to help him out. Because like you said, I think what they would have did was like, all right, he's got a lawsuit going on. We'll just blackball him. At least he's getting paid. And they'll continue on. I mean, I was watching
that's what I was gonna say. He's not getting paid.
Yeah,
because I watched that podcast and he didn't sign the contract where once you leave, he didn't sign that, so he's not getting paid by the Dolphins.
Not getting paid, so it's all gonna be lawsuit money.
Mm-hmm.
But similar to what they said about Lovie Smith, it was almost like, we don't even want to go through this uproar. We did just fire a black coach, even though he didn't have a fair chance. We didn't even have Deshaun Watson. But we see what's going on in Miami. We don't want to go through that again. Let's hire another black coach just to save face, because we got some rumors about our organization too, still dealing with Deshaun Watson. But the thing is, you're forced to take a bad job just to make sure that you get a job, because we still don't know what Deshaun Watson is going to do. So he's in the same position as the last coach. The only thing I think is that the defense will play better under Lovie Smith. So, I mean, like I said, I agree with you. We've already discussed this, I think, on the show. I just don't think the Rooney Rule is doing any justice, and I don't think that it can be changed, because if I own a car, you can put any rule in you want to, but you can't tell me who to sell it to.
Bro, how can the Rooney Rule be an effective rule when it only says that they have to interview the guy? It doesn't say they have to hire the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
It means nothing, bro.
Out of every 3 coaching vacancies, you got to hire a black coach, then it will change.
Absolutely, bro.
Do that. So.
Nah. All right, what's your thoughts on this? Hot dog, I'm gonna get to you, but you're the minority, so I'm gonna get to you. All right,
absolutely. You last.
I think the Steelers organization is genius for it. because Brian Flores is actually a good coach.
He's a great coach, bro.
Yeah, like he is really good. I think what they did was brought him on because they know no other team is going to pick him up for anything. Mm-hmm. And when Mike Tomlin is ready to step away, if Flores don't have a job by then, he's going to be the man to take over.
That's it.
And that's smart.
That would be dope.
Because you go from one great coach to another great coach. And not only is he a great coach, just like Mike Tomlin, he's like a player's coach. Like the players love him.
Exactly.
And it's like that's the type of guy you want around. I think it was genius. It was genius of the Steelers, man. I wish my Bucks would have grabbed him
up.
Nobody care about your Bucks, Ike.
They don't have a quarterback.
Don't nobody care about your Cowboys.
America's team,
Mexico's team.
Mexico.
No, that's the Texans. That's the Texans.
Nah.
I've been saying that for 3 years. I've been coming on this show. I've been saying that for 3 years.
Mexico.
We like Dallas, Holmes. Dallas is our team.
Somebody. Yeah, man. We America's team and we international's team.
Is that what it is?
Mexico's team.
Andrew said the
basement Bucks. Thank you, Drew. Tell him, Drew.
Oh,
watch your mouth.
Drew.
Well, hot dog, man. What's your thoughts on the whole Brian Flores to the Steelers? I'm interested to see what you got.
I think the rich kept getting richer with this hire. The Steelers are a defensive team. So I don't know who their defensive coordinator is. I don't know who's running things, but I think this is perfect for Brian Flores. It's like I think it was Ike just said. If it's time, because the whole Mike Tomlin might leave the Steelers thing. It's been a quiet rumor the last 4 or 5 years. So if Mike Tomlin decides to step away one day, they already got their next coach in place. And I think Drew commented on it earlier. Thank God that the Giants didn't hire him, so we ain't got to go up against him twice a year. Because I think Brian Flores is a great coach. I think Miami really messed up going out getting who'd they even hire? Mike McDaniel, the offensive coordinator for the 49ers?
Exactly. Thank you.
I don't know if y'all watched the interview he did the other day. That might be the weirdest head coach in the NFL.
Nah,
so Miami got exactly what they deserve.
Detroit's head coach is weird.
I hate the Steelers, but this is a great hire by the Steelers. He's just a consultant, an advisor for the defense. Pretty much what his job is. He's going to be walking around looking at these coaches, linebackers coaches, defensive line coach, like, all right, hey, you're doing this, well, let's do this.
Now, isn't he the line, like, ain't he like the defensive coordinator?
Yeah, some with the linebackers
and linebackers coach.
Yeah.
He's like linebackers and defensive consultant. That's his title.
Yeah, defensive consultant and linebackers coach.
So no, I thought this was a great
they just created a position for my guy.
No, Drew. Campbell from Detroit is just too hyped up.
But nah, he's a weirdo, bro.
This coach in Miami is a straight weirdo. Just strange.
Adam Gase. He can't be worse than Adam Gase.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's an interview he came out with.
Oh yeah, he with the eyes. Yeah,
Adam Gase is
out
creepy.
there too. Yeah.
But anyway, yes, I thought this was a great hire for Pittsburgh. Great for Brian Flores to get back on his feet, because like Ralph said, no, I don't think anybody's going to touch him. But Pittsburgh don't really care about what people think. So
at all.
I can say yes. I can say yes. Thank God nobody picked up Brian Leftwich, because he will be Tampa's coach after next season.
With Kyle Trask, that'll be lit.
No, don't start, Daniel. Daniel, we just have a good show, bro. Don't start.
After next season.
Don't start, Daniel.
He'll be our coach after next season.
Because I'm not taking the bad job where I'm gonna get fired in 2 years. So
not only that, Daniel, I'm not taking a bad job to where I ain't got no say so in personnel decisions. I just got to take whatever y'all draft and free agents y'all sign for me. And
that means don't make this work.
The sad part is, bro,
that means don't go to the Cowboys,
right?
Because you can't say anything. You have no decisions. Nothing you do. That's why they can't get. That's why they can't get a great coach. They can only get.
It ain't even that, Ike. They don't even try to go get a great coach. They have all right. Let's go. Let's pick the best man.
Jerry Jones is not going to hire anybody who is going to say, "This is my team.
Who has a voice.
I'm going to run my team." He only hires yes men. He only hires people who are going to say, "Whatever you say, Jerry, we'll do whatever you say."
Honestly, I think Jerry Jones will be a better coach than Mike McCarthy.
Hey, hot dog. The 5 of us on this panel probably better coaches than Mike McCarthy at this point.
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Y'all
Absolutely.
got the Jimmy Johnson curse.
Oh, it's definitely a curse. I agree.
It's the Jimmy Johnson curse.
I agree.
And what she say in The Color Purple? Until you do right by me. That's what's going
Come
on
on now.
with the Cowboys right now.
Hey, that was a good movie.
That's what's going on with the
It's
Cowboys.
a great movie, bro. Great movie.
Man, let's get to some of these quick hitters. I want to go around the horn real quick for the fellas. Hot dog, this one is for you. With Floyd Mayweather buying his NASCAR team, do you see more celebrities getting into NASCAR and buying teams? Go ahead.
I absolutely do, because this is just started last year. Michael Jordan partnered up with Denny Hamlin. They started a team. Pitbull got in last year, I believe. Money Mayweather just started this year. This has been starting the last 15, 20 years. I know Dan Marino and Roger Staubach was the first two. And then I know Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman started a team. Terry Bradshaw had a team a few years back. It's starting to pick up a little bit. And I don't know if you saw this. NASCAR actually ran a race inside the LA Coliseum 2 weeks ago. So, I mean, NASCAR isn't as big as it used to be. Technically, they call it a Southern sport, but they're trying to make it more mainstream. And like I said, bigger names are starting to come in and put money into NASCAR. I know the owner of the Red Sox, he's had a team in NASCAR for the last 15 so years. So I like, I'm a NASCAR guy. I like to see this for sure.
I'm more into it now, bro.
Daniel,
see,
your guy, Sean McVay has been rumored to quite possibly retire, go into the TV field, where he's reported up to make $15 million a season. So, Drew, Daniel, the Rambassador of the show, do you think Sean McVay is worth $15 million on or off the field? Go ahead.
I gotta look and see who the highest paid coach is. I can't remember if it's Bill Belichick or not. Sean McVay's been underpaid, but that was part of being a first-time head coach. I mean, you are a millionaire, but yeah, I mean, you don't know what you got. I mean, you could tell from the first year this man was kind of like a genius. I mean, and look who he came from. Everybody that's coached under him, besides Jay Gruden, was actually good. Jay Gruden was the only one that was trash to me under Shanahan.
Facts.
Absolutely. Shanahan.
Facts.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I think that he is. I mean, look how many games he's won. He's averaging 12 wins a season.
Right.
5 years. He's been to 2 Super Bowls.
In the past, 4 years?
Yep.
He's been there 5 years. First year, he took us to the playoffs. We was a 4-win team with Jeff Fisher. So I think he's worth it. This is the thing. He's 36 years old. He just turned 36. If he retired, he would be bored. I mean, all you got to do in your 30s, quit your job and sit at home for a month. In 3 or 4 weeks, you tired. You like, I gotta go do something.
Need something to do.
So, like I said, it was just a tactic for him to get paid. I mean, I think he will go into broadcasting maybe in his 40s. I could see McVay maybe coaching like 7 more years. I can tell he don't want to do it for life, but he's not leaving right now.
I could see him being
live right now, man.
I could see him being the next Tony Romo, because you've seen the interview where he could tell you what plays he called.
You can give us a scenario. He already knows what was called.
The Rams can run it back next year. Why would he retire?
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
He's trying to get at least $10 million a year.
It makes no sense.
Bill Belichick is the highest paid at 12.5. Behind him is Pete Carroll at 11, and then right behind Pete Carroll is John Gruden at 10 million.
Yes,
that's ridiculous.
If they were gonna offer me 15 to be a broadcaster, and the team's only gonna offer me 10 to 12, I'm gonna be a broadcaster.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.
Sean McVay is the 7th highest paid coach in the NFL. Sean McVay is getting paid $8.5 million. And then Matt Rule is right there at $8.5 million. Don't know how.
It's ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous.
Let him know, Ralph.
And then goes to John Harbaugh at $9 million, which I can justify John Harbaugh getting paid $9 million. Then Sean Payton at $9.8.
I can't justify Pete Carroll getting paid $11.
Yeah, Pete Carroll. He's
a lot. Dang, that's a lot.
He won a Super Bowl.
That one Super Bowl is.
Hey, who they beat, Daniel?
And that Super Bowl,
Broncos.
I ain't gonna.
They didn't just beat
Broncos.
They didn't just beat
We all know. We all watched it. We know.
Hey, this last quick hit is for Ike and Ralph together. Cat Williams. Karl Anthony Towns just won the 3-point contest. So is Karl Anthony Towns the best shooting big man that we have seen in the NBA? Ralph, go ahead.
Man, stop the dang on music. Man, he's a BBN guy. I'm always gonna root for Towns, but get the F out of here. Ain't no way. Yeah.
But you gotta name. You gotta name the bet. You gotta name the better shooting big men though.
Dirt.
What? That's
we're talking about true big men. We're not talking about just height. We're talking about big men.
He's not a true big man, so why would you say true big man?
He is a true big man.
He's
when you
not.
Look at his size, you look at his size, he's a true big man. Not just his height.
Dirk was 7 foot tall.
Dirk was a true big man. What do you mean?
About height. I'm talking about a big man.
Karl like that big?
Obviously, your answer is yes. So let Ike have the floor.
My answer is not yes. My answer is not yes. I just said you got to name some.
Yeah, I'm going with Dirk. That's
I don't think Dirk, I don't look at Dirk as a true big man. I just think
somebody said Rasheed Wallace.
I think Sam Perkins might be the best big man shooter.
I don't even know who that is.
Ain't no way.
We'll get you together.
He played from North. He went from came from North Carolina.
Sam Perkins can shoot. He was a real good shooter.
He wasn't better shooter than Dirk.
Dirk ain't a big man, though.
Yes, he is, bro.
Bro, man, 7 foot tall, bro.
Is Kevin Durant a big man?
No, he just plays in this little bitty old NBA that we gave him. Bro, come on, bro. Kevin Durant is never.
What I'm saying is y'all just basing it off height. I'm talking about.
No, we're not, bro.
Karl Anthony Towns ain't thick.
But see, here's the thing, though, Ike. Here's the thing, though, Ike.
What? I've never heard this before.
A big man could be a power forward or a center. It doesn't have to be relegated to just being a center. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Towns is that.
And Dirk was played the forward.
Towns weighs 248.
Bro, you tripping, Ike.
Weighs 245.
I didn't hear what you said, Dan.
Oh, here we go. There you go.
Karl Anthony Towns weighs 248. Dirk Nowitzki weighs 245.
Thank you, bro. 3 pounds less.
Let's stop. Same height.
He ain't a big man that weighs 3 pounds less.
Let's stop it.
There it is.
You ain't gonna discount my boy Dirk like that.
Yeah, Dirk is the greatest big man shooter of all time.
I don't look at Dirk as a big man.
Right, you got
Dirk at? What you got Dirk at?
I look at Dirk as a
shoot guard.
As a tall wing man.
Tall wing man.
He got Dirk as his top 5.
Hey, I got a question for y'all before we go, though.
Go ahead, Hot Dog.
I don't know if y'all saw the rankings came out for the committee came out for the top 4 seeds in each bracket. How did y'all feel about that?
I didn't
see it, bro.
I didn't see it.
Well, right now the number 1 seeds are as follows. It's Gonzaga. I don't know. At the time, it was Gonzaga, Auburn, Arizona, and Kansas. I'm sorry.
Kansas got to go.
I've got a problem with Kansas being this overrated every single year.
And we busted Kansas ass.
Exactly. So here's my next. So here's the 2 seeds. Got UK, Baylor, Purdue, and Duke.
Hold on.
I think.
How did
I'll put Purdue
number 1 seed over over UK? How did that happen? How did
it
you
don't matter
over Purdue? They shouldn't be over Purdue.
Right now, they got Kansas and Kentucky in the same bracket.
I like it.
But they got
we love it.
I like it.
You need to take Kansas out, put UK in that spot, and I firmly believe you need to put Duke in over Auburn spot. Oh, by the way, Louisville, North Carolina are tied at the half. Q, just to let you know.
The same thing.
What's the score?
I want to know how
36-36.
Hey, real quick. McGill said, I want to know how important do y'all hold the 75 greatest players list on a scale of 1 to 10?
1.
It's all opinionated, bro. It's one because it's all opinionated, bro.
Because who makes the list?
That's what I was going to say.
I seen Dennis Rodman out there, bro. I don't know about all that.
I'm saying, who made the list?
That's what I want to know.
Players made the list. Who made the list that picked?
Yeah.
I think it was a panel.
Who though?
That's what I'm saying. A panel from
I don't know, but that's just it's a
from
panel.
Chicago.
The only way it would work is you would have to take a panel of ex-NBA players from
Each generation.
From generations. You can't have just one generation. You got to have from different generations.
I'm
and
100%
then
with you, bro.
let them vote because them are the players who played with them. And I think then that makes sense.
But then you got to be
because
careful
I think
with
your
that,
boy
though.
should have been out there. Was your boy out there, Ike? Was Reggie out there?
Yeah, Reggie got his jacket. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Reggie should have
See,
been out there.
this is the problem that you have, though, Ike, is that you'll have guys like Isaiah Thomas who have resentment towards certain players. Like
but that's just one person, though.
But you don't know that, though. You don't know that. That's just the only person.
So for the record, Isaiah don't have resentment towards MJ. It's the other way around.
Okay, well, however you want to categorize it, we don't know these hidden animosities that some of these guys might have towards some other guys.
I just question some of the guys out there. Like I said, no disrespect to Dennis Rodman, but I don't think he's a top 75.
What about Anthony? What about Anthony Davis?
No, hell no.
Hell no.
Hey, look, and I think rings might help you because let's be real. Kawhi Leonard's not a top 75.
Talk about it. That's what I'm saying. It was a few out there, bro.
Yeah.
He was out there. Yeah, he's out there.
Wow.
Ray Allen.
Like
that's a good one too.
I don't understand the AD. I don't understand Kawhi. I don't understand Dame Lillard. Like they was just like,
hey, can we please talk about KG during when Ray Allen got announced last night? Can we please talk about that? That was comedy.
I feel like
when you don't like somebody, you don't like them, and it just
was comedy.
I'm gonna put it like this:
they posted a picture of all three of them together, though.
All three of them took a picture together.
Yeah, they all took a picture together.
And they was all three
smiling. His tongue so hard.
It was the fakest smiles I ever seen in my life.
You gotta think, KD like LeBron. So to see LeBron and LeBron.
Yeah. Hey, you know how when you tell a kid to smile, you know when you tell a kid to smile and for a picture and they go,
"Yep, that's it. That's it."
The boy was so fake.
Hey, bro. The hate is real.
I don't put too much stock in that greatest 75 because to be honest, after 20, I mean, at that point, who really cared? I mean, I get it, but after 20, it's like, okay, like we 34th, 50th, like, okay, yeah.
And honestly, bro, so many people are prisoners of the moment. Like, we just forget, like, all the 80s and stuff like that. Like, I didn't get to watch it, but there were so many great players at that time.
How did they leave John Stockton off?
Was Irvin out there? Was Dr. J out there?
Yeah, he was out there.
But how did you leave John Stockton off? See,
one of the greatest point guards ever.
John Stockton is definitely top 75.
One of the greatest point guards ever.
I have to agree, Ike. I agree.
John Stockton
all-time skills and assists.
Okay, so I think next week. So next week during this week we're gonna go through this list of top 75, and we're each gonna pick 5 players that should not be in it, and take 5 players that should take their place. That's the topic next week.
Is he on there?
Yeah, he's on there.
See, I gotta look at the whole list. I gotta look at the list again.
Yeah, bro. I gotta see it because I thought I looked over. I thought I didn't see him.
Oh, John Stockton's on there, Clyde Drexler's on there, Patrick Ewing, Walt Frazier, all of them dudes.
Okay. John Stockton had to be on there. There's no way. That man has like 2. That man has 2 records that are never gonna be broken. The steals record, the assist record.
People like that, yeah.
Man, but anyways, yeah, we might have to do that hot dog for the next show. But anyways, man, we appreciate everybody who tuned in to another show Beyond the Game. As always, thank you everybody for sharing the show. For the people who just got here, if you can't watch the show, you can always listen to it on all major podcast streaming platforms. If you can't sit down and watch it on your phone, you can download the Beyond the Game app on your Amazon Fire Stick. Sit down in the confines of your own home and sit there and watch that as well. Go ahead, Daniel.
I just want to make y'all laugh real quick. I just saw a meme that said LeBron just watched his point guard go for 50 and he got to go back to Russell Westbrook.
Hey, facts, super facts. He got to go back to LA pissed off. Pissed off, man.
Hey, was Russell Westbrook on that list?
Yeah,
he better not be.
Yep.
He better not be.
I think Russell was on there.
I don't think I saw his name.
I'm looking at it right now. He's on there.
Yeah, Russ is on there.
Stop it.
Yeah. Russ is definitely on there.
He might lose this position after this season.
But man, we gonna get him out here again. Happy birthday to Ike tomorrow. Also, I want to send a happy birthday man. Shout out to my sister Demetria Michelle Webb. Yeah, I'm saying the whole government name. She has a
birthday to your sister.
So she gonna turn up with you, Ike. But anyway,
your sister's birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah, my sister's birthday's tomorrow as well. Yeah.
Hey man, see.
Yeah.
I like your sister already.
Already. We
feel
get up out of here, man. But as always, we want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We have this thing, y'all. Peace.
Hey,